friends. I want to welcome you specially to a moment with Sister Prisca, and I believe you are going to enjoy this moment that we want to talk about success, talented people, the difficulty they encounter. And that is the reason I captioned our today's program, Why Talented People Still Fail, the Discipline Secrets. Have you ever observed that many people are talented, they are gifted, they can sing, they can write, they can even teach, but most times there is always something that lacks in them. The courage to begin, the courage to start something. And because they don't feel ordered to prepared to begin what they know how to do, they believe that there should be a second moment when they need to prepare. And that always lead them into postponing or shifting what they should have done today to a time that may never come. It is a natural problem that many people face. And if we don't come out of that particular situation, we may end up continuing having this shift in using our God-gifted talents. You see, everything about life is just about conviction. You need to convince yourself on what you can do. Many of us know where to start, but the courage to begin is one of the things that make us not to succeed. There is no perfect moment for you to say that this is when you're supposed to start. Whenever you think that you know what you can give out, just begin. You may not be perfect, but so long as you can express yourself in a way that people can listen to you, they can understand one thing or the other, you are good to go. There is no perfect time for you to use your talents. It is something surprising that many people, many of our youths, even among our grown-up ones, they are all talented, but that fear to begin has been something making everyone to stop or to hang on, waiting for impossibility. I have come across persons who can sing very well, but they are shy to come out even to use their talent to sing. There are people who can write very well, who can even express their own thoughts, those who can explain a lot of difficult situations to you. But when you ask them to begin to do that, they will now begin to give you millions of excuses. Remember, whatever you are being inspired to do, it is God that is inspiring you to do that particular thing. Don't be an enemy to your own progress. Never tell yourself that you're not good enough to do something that you equally, when you judge your own capacity towards others or how others are doing theirs, you will now begin to know that I too can use my own talents. I too can do better. But one of the problems that we face in this journey of talent is the courage to begin. Talent can start a journey, but discipline finishes it. It is how you carry yourself that will determine how far you may go in a particular project. Today, I would want us to discuss on different points that we have to understand when we talk about talent, when we talk about failures that a lot of people face, the challenges that they come across, we'll be able to know how to define the terms very well. Talent is a gift, but not a guarantee. Because some people are born naturally with certain gifts. That is the reason when they do things, they do it with too much ease. There is no much struggle in doing that thing. They just do it with just little pain, or will I call it little commitment, and they are good to go. That is the reason. If you see persons, they are good in manner work. You can't tell somebody, or you see a child whom you know that even from his or in the way he or she acts, he may be good in technical work, and you force the child to start something that just because you desire that either your children or somebody you know should go on and learn a different skill, different from what that person can do. And because of it, we have seen and recorded a lot of failures. Many parents bridging their own children for succeeding just because they want their children to become lawyers when they know that their children could do better in a different field. And because of the parents' wish, the children are somehow being forced to live and accomplish the desire of their own parents without allowing the child to take up what they feel they can do well. It is good that we can say that you need to go to somebody to direct you, but don't force your will on another person to the way that we even compromise their God gifted talents. Talent alone does not guarantee success. It does not guarantee wealth. It does not guarantee stability. It does not guarantee a growth or even respect. It does not guarantee fulfilled dream. Success is a gift. You have to use your gift. And by using your gift, it begins to multiply. Because when you use your gift, a lot of ideas come to you and you will now begin to implement them. You can make different projects, but when you do not put it into practice, you may end up just only with that little idea which you have at that moment. Many talented people assume ability is enough. It is not enough because a gift or a gifted singer never practices, or who never practices may lose that gift of singing because you perfect yourself by practicing what you do. So, this is one of the things. If God has given you a gift and you do not develop it, you may end up knowing that you have that gift, but the capacity to utilize it will fail you. This is one of the problems that many people are facing. Yes, we can talk about unemployment in our society. A lot of youths who are struggling in order to fix themselves up somewhere. Just because they leave that which or that area where they can do better, they begin to look at what others may say. You cannot become rich overnight. Everything takes step by step, and everything takes its own form and originality. And little by little, your own way of doing things will be able to let you know. But remember, for you to succeed, you have to learn discipline because discipline is what makes talented, or it's what makes your own talent useful. Discipline makes talented people to succeed. Because if you are a little bit rude, sorry to use the language, you may not be able to go too far because already that your attitude will now bridge or even block you from succeeding. Remember, for you to succeed in whatever you're doing, you must learn the discipline of respecting yourself, respecting others, respecting the rules and regulations guiding you in that particular work. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It means waking up early. It means practicing regularly. It means studying consistently. It means showing up in time. It means finishing up what you have started, and it means staying focused, whatever you are doing. When you are distracted, you are less focused and you don't achieve much, even if you know that particular thing that you are doing. Talent without discipline becomes a wasted potential. And how would you feel when someone or people around you know that you are capable of doing something, but you are not focused because you don't have the discipline, you don't even have that patience to stay in that work? Remember, the symmetry of life is full of buried talents that was never disciplined. The symmetry of life is full of buried talents that was never disciplined. How would you feel knowing that you are gifted in a particular job or in a particular field, but you neglect it and allow yourself to keep moving around saying that you do not have job opportunity? Many talented people, they demand or depend on mood because they feel inspired only when somebody encourages them to do something. There are people, even when they can do a particular work, what do? They just allow themselves to be influenced by either friends or the bad company or the people who go along with them. But remember that people who are focused, who want to achieve the best they can in any way they find themselves, always go in line with people who already are in that scale. Just like someone who knows how to play football, you go along with other footballers in order that you may play along with them and play as a team so that you can organize yourself as a team and even go for matches and win them. You can never succeed while remaining alone. You need to work with others. You don't need to isolate yourself with the society around you. Yes, it is true that mood changes, but discipline remains. Don't forget that discipline means showing up in time. Real discipline is not glamorous. It is walking when tired. It is practicing when bored. It is doing your duty. No matter how angry you may be, when you're being called to exercise or perform your own duty, you have to stand up wherever you are and do the best you can and exercise your own duty. Try again after disappointment. Remember, no one gets it all. You may fail different times, but your persistence and your continuity in doing what you can do will always keep you forward. That is one thing you have to know because routine beats motivation. Motivation is powerful but temporary, but routine is stronger because routine removes excuses. If everyone who writes for 30 minutes continue to do their work, they will move from that 30 minutes of commitment into 40 minutes, 1 hour, and continuously. And at the time, they will not be able to make a better productivity in what they have done. Learn to build yourself. Learn to avoid excuses. Don't say that you are not good enough. Always say that you can do the much you can do based on how much you are being inspired. But remember, your inspiration comes while you are doing that particular thing. No matter how vision you may have in a particular work, if you do not start doing it, other ideas may not come up. You have to be somebody or a person whom one can define as work in progress. You need to be a work in progress in any field you are determined or you desire to work on. Don't just stay and take your talent as something that you can just only use during a holiday period. Use your talent, use your gift often, and make sure that you don't give excuses in order for you not to do that particular work which you are being asked to do. Whether you are being prepared or you are not, but so long as you have the knowledge of what you are supposed to do, keep trying your best. No one knows it all. Probably when you think that there are difficult situations in order to tackle a particular problem or a particular job, somebody around you who may not even be in the field might give you a suggestion and it turns out to work to help you to solve that problem which you think might have been consuming too much of your time. Always remember that pride destroys many talented people. When you allow pride and ego to take upper hand in you, in your talent, in the things you can do, you know that the duration of that your talent or that your gift is not too far. Don't allow pride to overtake you. Remember, when pride or ego enters into what you know how to do and it begins to influence you, you will not be able to give the much you're supposed to in that field. Never tell yourself that you already know enough. Be willing to learn at all times, even if you are 100 years old. I can tell you without assuming words. A few days ago, there is a woman in our home who celebrated her 100-year birthday. This woman is still very strong, active, and agile. Each time you see her, she's always reading a book, a prayer book. You understand me? I keep on asking myself, what strength does this woman have? And sometimes I just stop by to ask her questions. Are you really understanding what you are reading, or you are just opening a book? Sometimes I will just tease her by asking her, can you read something from that page that you are holding? And she will, in her own way, read it out word by word. Even at her 100 years birthday celebrated, she is still strong. Just to let you know that if you are gifted, always use your gift, because to whom much is given, much is demanded. And when you're able to use your gift very well, God will continue to multiply it, and generations upon generations will benefit from what you are doing. It is an indirect way of you leaving a legacy behind. Discipline keeps a humble person enough to learn. Because the more talented you are, the more teachable you must become. Never underestimate or look down on anybody, even if it could be a small child whom you have something to learn from. Humble yourself and learn, because no one knows it all. Small daily actions create big success. That is the reason some people say start small, but aim at becoming big. There are many people who started small, but today, just with that consistency in what they are doing, they have not made it. I can give you instances about persons who started trading. Just they didn't have much financial money, this thing they needed to start up their business. They started just by staying around someone who has goods to sell. What do? They just only pick some items from the shop and go around hawking. By the time they will sell it, they will now return back and take whatever commission they get on top of it. That is the way they started their own. And as they were able to accumulate small from what they have got, they now began little by little. Let me give you one shocking experience I had when I was still growing up. In those days, when I was still in elementary school, my parents were poor. We didn't have much. But the joy that I wanted to go to school, and my parents were willing equally to send me to school. We kept on managing the little we had. But do you know one thing? Each morning before I go to school, I will always try to help my parents in preparing the things that they are going to sell in our small shop. As soon as I return back from school, I will drop my bag, remove my school uniform, and go to the market to start hawking, selling bread, mineral, water, and whatever it is that is at disposition. That was how I continued. And not only that, as soon as holiday period begins, which I know that by the time we resume school the next session, I need to pay my tuition fee. And in order to make sure that I continue going to school, in order to help my parents, I will now, immediately from that very day, the school closes for the session. I will now collect small money from my parents. I will use it to buy granules because that was just the cheapest of the commodity that item I could buy. I will now use it, start working, buy the quantity, prepare it, and go for selling. By the time I keep on working and make sure that I'm already accumulated what will be enough for me to pay for my school fees the next session, then I will now stop and continue helping my parents. This was one of the strategies that I used thanks to my parents who gave me the idea because I was obedient to what they told me. That was how I continued my education because I used the little time around me in order to go working. It may sound something strange to you, but that is a reality. People who know me as a trader because all those work I did then, I can tell you much about business and how to succeed. It takes you nothing other than willingness to succeed. The encouragement and the zeal, and you're good to go. You don't need much. So whenever you desire to do something, go out for it. And please don't do harm to yourself by neglecting your God given talents. Success is usually not one big miracle, it is reading 10 pages daily, it is saving little by little. It means exercising regularly. It could mean posting consistently on your social media page. It could mean learning one skill at a time. It could mean improving each day. These are tiny steps that become greatness. Wherever you may find yourself, what you feel that you can do very well, Just go ahead to do it, but remain focused, remain active in whatever you are doing, because great mountains are built from small stones. Great mountains are built from small stones. Many people can tell you Rome was not built in a day because they are little stages of life that carries us on so long as we are willing to continue in whatever we are doing. Unfortunately, many people quit so easily. Talented people sometimes expect quick results. And when it is not easily coming, they get discouraged. When success delays, they try to quit. But discipline teaches you to be patient. There is time for everything. Just like Ecclesiastes in the sacred scripture tells us there is time for everything. A time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to weep, a time to cry, a time to rejoice. In everything in life, there is always a season. Talented people are just like seeds underground. They need to allow themselves to be watered by time, by season, so that they will yield and become beautiful fruits for those around them. Just like one can say that a seed underground looks dead before it grows. But what you have to know is that you need to stay planted, remain focused in whatever you are doing. Never compare yourself to others because comparison kills progress. Talented people fall when they begin to compare themselves with others. They become jealous or bitter or discouraged. Discipline keeps eyes on one lane. You need to focus on what you're doing. Don't worry yourself about what other people are doing. Remember to focus on what you are doing and do that very well because that also is discipline, which requires you to keep your eyes on your own lane. You can't be driving on one direction and you have your eyes on the opposite direction. You end up in a very bad way. But when you remain focused, keep going where you are going, make sure you do the right things, you will successfully get to your destination. Do not measure your first chapter with someone who has already written his own last page. There are lots of persons who get discouraged or who get stuck just because they begin to compare their own strength with other people who have already started journey before them. There are those who may have started early, but remember that your capacity is not the same with other own people's own capacity. God has given each and every one of us different talents, different magnitude of blessings. But whatever, whether you have one talent, you have two talents, you have five talents, no matter whatever you have to allow it to grow. Be faithful to it because the scripture tells us to whom much is given, much is expected. If it is one talent God has given you, allow it to grow and multiply, it will yield more fruits. Because God blesses faithfulness. If you are faithful in what you are doing, you will surely succeed. And so, for you to know whether you are making progress, remain focused and remain resolute. God blesses faithfulness. From a spiritual view of it, discipline is still worship. And God gives gifts so that we can multiply them. like the parable of the talent, which I've already spoken about. God has given each and every one of us talent so that we may develop it and He will multiply it for us. Like the parable of that talent in the scripture, if you bury your gift, it will remain unproductive. But when you allow your gift to be watered, you use it to take care of it, God will bless it because God has given us that power to do the best we can. Remember in Genesis, after creation of humanity, after God has created Adam and Eve and formed Eve, God gave an instruction: go out, fill the earth, and multiply. The same word of God which He gave to Adam and Eve in the book of Genesis, God has given to you and I, that we may go out to the world and fulfill and multiply. Let us use what God has given to us. Dear friends, I thank you so much for your time, but I think that there are some questions I need to ask you. Are you relying on talent or discipline? What gift have you neglected? Where do you need your routine living? How quick have you been in using your gifts? Have you been too early to bed? What time do you rise up? How much have you given dedication to God's own talent to you? Talent, remember, open doors, but discipline keeps it open. You have to give yourself that benefit of doubt that you will succeed because talent shines out and discipline shines with it for life. It is how you make your bed that you will lie on it. Your success is not in the hand of anyone. It is you who decide what to become. Remember, while you are praying for enemies of your progress that they may die, remember sometimes we are enemy of our own progress. Because when God has given you everything, just only for you to implement it, and you begin to tell yourself that you are not capable, you are the enemy to your own progress. It is not God's fault. If you begin to practice what you have, begin to use your gifts, help will come even without you asking for them, because God will send helpers to you. Greatness is hidden inside everyone, allowing us to uncover them. God did not create you empty. He placed it inside you, but your gifts need prayer. They need patience. They also need consistency. It is you who have to allow your own light to shine. Pray hard, work hard, and stay humble. You will succeed. You will surely make it. Never tell yourself that you have no hope. God has given you everything you need in order to become the best. Don't be an enemy to your own progress. So, dear friends, having talked about this, I want you to help me. If you have questions, you can drop them at the comment section. What are the difficulties you are facing in using your talent to work? What has been the things that have kept discouraging you in your own daily life? And how do you think you can overcome such difficulties or those challenges? And as we continue to strive, we continue to do the best we can in this existential earth. I pray that the God who has created you and I, will help us not to waste the gift He has given us, but that we might apply discipline, we might apply humility, that we may apply consistency in using what He has given to us, because every one of us has been gifted. May our talents bless the world and glorify God Himself. Let every effort you make in order to be the best you can be a source of inspiration to others. I am Prisca Mukore, reaching out to you in a moment with Sister Prisca. Don't forget the title of this program: Why Talented People Still Fail, The Discipline Secrets. Join us in this very channel, A Moment with Sister Prisca, or you can check on your WhatsApp channel, A Moment with Sister Prisca. Join us so that you will be able to follow me in other programs, in other things which I share online. You can reach out to us either through Facebook, A Moment with Sister Prisca. You can reach out to my website, A Moment with Sister Prisca. You can reach out to the YouTube channel, A Moment with Sister Prisca. Anywhere you see A Moment with Sister Prisca, you will get me there. Follow us, join us daily, and equally join our WhatsApp channel for more content. I promise to do the best I can to give you what I have, because this is a talent God has given to me. I don't want to allow it to remain hidden. I want to make use of it. So, dear friends, if you have questions, kindly drop them at the comment section. Reach out to me anytime and I will be able to help you. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, share with others, invite them to always join us in A Moment with Sister Prisca for more interesting topics. If you have any question, if you have any suggestion, if you have anything that you may want to suggest in order to make this channel a beautiful one, kindly do that. I will be willing to listen to you and take up your suggestions. Thank you for your time, and I pray that God will continue to bless you, bless your work, bless your loved ones. Wherever you are joining me from, I want to say thank you. I appreciate your time. Kindly help me to share the link with others. Watch other videos you find in this very channel, and we will be back here again very soon with a different topic. Please remember, your talent is a gift. Having a gift means double responsibility, because you have to make good use of it so that other people will benefit from it. Leave a footprint so that others will remember you for what you have done. Thank you for your time, and I wish you the best. Extend my regards to your loved ones, to your family. Until the next program, we'll be here right back. Please don't forget, I am Sister Prisca in A Moment with Sister Prisca. God bless you.